Welcome back. What I'm going to do in this one is create a simple void function whose sole purpose is to display a menu and do nothing else. So let's start off by declaring the function prototype. So we want to use a void function because all it's going to do is display a menu. So let's go and call it display. And notice the camel case in here. So we're getting this red line because we have not put in parentheses and have not put in a semicolon. Now, if you're using Visual Studio, you can actually have it create the function definition for you by clicking here and choose Create Display Menu Definition, and it creates it for you. Very easy to do. And I'll put in here display menu. Saves you some typing. I do not know if Xcode does the same. So I'm really not a big fan of working inside of here. I normally just close it. So notice that it put it down here inside of main. So what you would do is put in here this function will, and you would describe what it's going to do. So all we're going to do here is go cout this displays a menu. We haven't created a menu yet, so we'll just leave it right now. We don't need a return because it's a void function. We could put a return. So now what I'm going to do is call the program, but I'm going to forget something, and you'll see we won't do anything. So let's just say cout. Welcome to the menu program. And then what we'll do here is run the program. And notice that it just says welcome to the menu program and doesn't do anything. The reason being is we did not call this program. So now let's go here and just do display menu. Now I'm going to leave out the parameter of the parentheses, and we'll go here and let's see what happens. Well, we're missing something. So it's really not short. So let's see what happens when we try to run it. Well, I went in here and it says welcome to the menu program and nothing happened. Now let's try it this way. See what happens. So now we have welcome to the menu program. This displays a menu. So let's enhance this here and we'll put in an line. So now this really doesn't do anything. So now we can do cout, press 1 to do this. And we'll just add one more. Cout, press 2 to do that. And let's see how this works. So we are missing, this displays a menu, so we're missing a end line. So we need to put one right here. So this display to 1 to 2. So that's fine. So now let's just pass a simple parameter. Let's say we want to display something special. So I'm going to write another function called display message, and we'll put a message to a function and pass it as a parameter. So let's create a new function called void, and we'll call it display message. This time we're going to pass a string to display. So I'm not seeing that little screwdriver here, so that's no big deal. So I'm going to right click and choose Control Plus, which is right here. And now I have it. So I'm going to create the definition. And in this particular case, I'm just going to type message. Notice that there is no semicolon. And we're just going to put cout message. And that takes care of this. I'll close this. So notice that we have display menu here and the display message here. And of course, you would put what this actual function does. So now what we need to do is we have display menu, and then let's go display message. How are you? Or whatever you want to put in. So let's test this now. So we should get our menu first. Then we should say something that says, how are you? It says display is our message. Then it says display how are you? Well, what about if we want the user to be able to write his own message? But that's fine. So let's declare a string here. And we'll call it message, whatever we want to call it. Notice that we're initializing it here. So then what we're going to, we'll display the message first here, or display the menu first. And then we'll do a cout. What is your message? Notice no end line. And we'll do cin message. Now, we're not going to be able to put in more than one word. Remember, you need to use getLine for that. So let's just do this for right now. And we'll just type in hello. And here, what we're going to do here is put in message. And then we're going to put in cout message. So we're getting a message, we're displaying the message, then in a function, we're going to change the message. But let's run it first to make sure everything's running peachy keen. So what is your message? We'll just type in hello. Then it says hello and hello. So that's fine. So let's now go inside of message. Let's just go cout changed message. And let's just make it message equals hi. And let's see what happens when we do it. So let's go and do hello, and change message, and then hello. See, the reason why that happened, let's go through the function. When we get to display message, this message here is just a copy of what we passed to it. You're not actually changing it. Think of it as if you have a drawing that you really like, and then you went to a photocopy machine and you photocopied it. Then that drawing that you photocopied, you made some changes to it, but you kept the original. So the changes made to the photocopied one has no bearing on the other one. So if I wanted to change it, let's see what happens now. Remember we talked about putting in ampersand. So I have a string, so I'm going to put an ampersand here. So what that means, don't make a local copy of it. We're just going to work with the address of it. So let's go and put in an ampersand here. And we're getting an error here, which I'm not really sure why. So let's see if we had more than one thing, and let's run it and see what happens. There it goes. Sometimes you get a message, and then when you click somewhere else, it goes away. I have no idea why, but usually that's a warning because something's not matching. So let's go and run it and see what happens. All right, so what is the message? And we'll do hello. So now message changed and it's hi. So you can see it's now hi. So because it's passed by the address of it, don't have to worry too much about all the mumbo jumbo behind it. It just means if you want to change it, you pass an ampersand here and you put an ampersand here, which means we want to work on the actual value of the message itself that was passed in here. So we have change message is there. So that's a simple one in here. Normally what you'll do is you'll pass a memory system that will display a menu and then you'll get the result. So let's do that next.